Welcome back to the Blind Builder channel, a channel that has not uploaded in over 2 months. That's a long time. But I have a very special video today. So this video is more of a review slash thoughts video. I'm kind of going to do a review style, but also just go through my thoughts on this set. Well, first of all, we have the Avengers Tower. So in this video, we're just kind of go over the box for a moment, instructions, the little builds, the tower, and then in a separate video, I'm going to release the minifigures because that took up 22 minutes of footage, and I just thought I'd separate those two chunks of this video into, well, two videos. But with that, let's now go take a look at the box at the review table. This is a very special video. This is the Avengers Tower from the Marvel line for Lego. A really cool set. Cost $500 on Black Friday, and you got a little taxi promo, which I was able to get. And yeah, it has over like 5,000 pieces. You get the tower, over like 30 minifigures, 2 or 3 T'Challa builds, and then the Leviathan, the Quinjet. You got everything. Now this is based off Age of Ultron. It's not Stark Tower like in the Avengers, but we get a mixture of Avengers 2012, Age of Ultron, and Endgame. So a pretty good variety, and some interesting other characters, like random characters. But yeah, if you look here, you can kind of get a good look at all the different characters we get in this set. A bunch of them. And speaking of minifigures, I'm actually going to be doing the video for all those separately because it was like 22 minutes of editing. I've already done that portion of the video. And yeah, I just thought we just focus on the tower, on the different vehicles, and sometime this week, either tomorrow or the next day, or at that point this week, I'll release the video for just the minifigures. But yeah, that's a look at the box. Here we got another angle of the tower, and my box is a bit dented, and it's like some beaded up parts on it. It came like that kind of, and then it was also open when I first got it, so that was very weird. Luckily, all the bags were in there. But yeah, start this review by looking at the instructions, and yeah, enjoy part 1. Alright, so we have 3 booklets for the tower. Actually not that big, or almost as big as the No Way Home book from December. But we get a look at the tower here. It's tall, and it's pretty cool. We'll take a look at it here shortly. And there's, like I said, 3 books. This second book's the thickest one, probably out of all of them. And this one's probably the smallest one out of all of them also. So, same image. So we got that. There is a cool thing on the back where it has Stark on this back of it, and letters are falling off, just like in the movie. So I found that pretty cool. So there's book 1, and book 2 has this design on it, and then book 3 has this design on it. So it's pretty cool how it just kind of goes through the battle and everything. And yeah, I do wish we kind of got a Stark Tower, but again, I kind of understand why they maybe didn't do that one. Maybe the Avengers Tower has just been more recognizable. So let's look at the books. Let's now take a look at some of the small vehicles, and then we'll take a look at the tower. So up first for our small little builds, we have the T'Challa little gliders and Loki's chariot. So with the gliders, we get these little handlebars that we can just clip on one of the T'Challa. So we're just going to get them to stand on the little 2 studs right here. I do, oh, there goes the glider. I do like the way these gliders were designed. The only thing I don't like is the Loki's chariot, because you're going to see here that it doesn't really fit in there too well. Just going to get those clipping in like to his hands, maybe. There we go. There's one. Let's try this one. So those are kind of in. Now something just came off. Oh, it was this piece. But besides this piece coming off, it's a pretty decent little build. I got to figure out where those go. Hold on. Alright, so there we go. I got the pieces back on. We got the little T'Challa holding on. I really like how it's designed. I'm happy we got 2 of these in the set. I want to get more of these and have like a little battle like in the movie. And when it comes to Loki's chariot, we're going to set him down for a second. It's a very interesting design. These little clips pieces keep moving. I'm not quite sure why and how they're supposed to go. But there's a little hook back here for it's a hook attached to the T'Challa build. So we'll do that here in a second. The one thing my one complaint is Loki does not really stay in there. Now, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if I'm just missing something, but he just kind of sits in there, and that's all I can figure out. I tried, I thought maybe his, these clip pieces kind of go over him, but I don't think they do. I've tried a few things. They just don't want to do that. So, yeah, I'm not really quite sure what he's supposed to do, unless he's supposed to hold on to that, like standing up. But again, that still doesn't seem correct. I mean, let me try one thing real quick. No success trying to get Loki in there, so I'm just gonna have him just kind of sit in there, kind of like that. So yeah, let me know if there's a way to actually get him in there, but that's the best I can do currently. And then you just kind of click in. See, there goes Loki. But these will attach to like little stands on a tower for those to kind of fly around. But again, I'm always just gonna have the glider on its own without the chariot. And so yeah, that's a look at these two things. Out of these two builds, I really like the gliders. I think they turn out really well. But now let's move on to the thing I was actually looking forward to almost the most, the Leviathan. Alright, so here we have the Leviathan build. I really love this build. It turned out really well. They did a good job capturing the design. I really like the creature within the, or in the movie. Let's move that down a bit more. And so yeah, we got, of course, it's on a stand, so you can move his like body all around. Now the joints are getting loose, or kind of dying down, they're not holding up too well, but you can move them like that. Be careful when you're moving him, because these little pieces on the bottom really like want to come off and everything. That's probably the most fragile part on there. Like, this tipped over a couple of times, and only a couple of those are following along with the little fins here. But it's really good, and I'm really happy we got it. You're able to detach them from the stand. Now that piece is not supposed to come off, but it's been coming off recently. We just put that back, and I know one piece fell off, but I'm just going to get it here in a second. We get this, and I just really like how the design of this turned out. Leviathan was one of my favorite creatures from that movie, and it's so small yet so big at the same time. It surpassed what the scale I thought it would be. So they did a really good job. You can open his mouth up like so, turn his head, and like I said, move his body all around, and his fins. So yeah, let's look at Leviathan. Let's now take a look at it's being destroyed. Let's now take a look at the Mark 7 Iron Man suit that's being deployed, the brick build version of it. We have here is the Mark 7 Iron Man suit that was being deployed. It's just a little brick build. We got little thrusters down here. These are supposed to represent the legs. They actually don't move. They move up and down. That's how they move. You can move the arms like this, and you can have it chasing Tony down the tower. Got a little slow piece with the arc reactor right there. That's pretty cool. And yeah, it turned out, I like the little build. It's very simple, but it definitely gets the job done there. I've been using that a lot here, I feel like. It's super cool. And this was one of my favorite scenes also from the movie, when Tony was thrown out of the tower and this had to chase it down. He looked, deploy, and so, yeah, that was just my horrible acting I just gave you all. But anyway, that's a look at the Mark 7. And the final little build we have here is the Quinjet. It's a lot bigger than I thought, but it's also quite small. They did a good job representing this little build here. It can go inside the tower, which I'll put in one moment. But taking a look at it, it's like a miniature version of the one we got earlier this year. Get a little cockpit up here for only one minifigure, which we'll put one in. You get some little stud shooters on here somewhere. Just had them. Oh, here they are. Here's some stud shooters. I don't think there's studs in them, but you can put studs in there. Shoot them out like usual. And then we got the little wings here that can fold up like that, fold down like that. So you have to fold these up in order for it to go inside the hangar bay. We do get some sticker details on here, so we got all of that. And yeah, I like how this turned out. I like it a lot more than I thought it would. We got the little engines back here. Just kind of get those straight and everything the best I can. There we go. This is, of course, where the ramp would be on the big set. We do get some wheels on the bottom, so you can roll it around like so. And it does roll kind of good, so you got that. But when it comes to putting a minifigure in, all we got to do is just take this cockpit piece off. And you do have room for one character, so let me grab one real quick. We got our Nick Fury minifigure right here, so we're just going to try to get him in the sitting position. We're going to try and place him in there, see if he fits. I mean, he should, but got him in there. Pushes his arms down. We're just going to take this, and hopefully this locks back into place. It's my first time doing this, so it is a very tight squeeze. I need to scoot him up one. Okay, there we go. So he's just kind of like laying in there. There we go, we got him in there. So very, very tight squeeze. I mean, even though these aren't to scale, you could pretend these are like small little jets and just only one person can fit in it. Instead of the bigger ones, but even though it's supposed to represent like the huge ones like we got earlier in 2023. So yeah, Now to look at the Quinjet. Oh, these pieces were supposed to be like that. Not quite sure how long they were like that. Got that. There we go. Okay, so sorry about that. But yeah, as to look at the Quinjet, let's take a look on how you put it inside the tower. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try to fold these wings up like so. You're gonna push it in. I think you just push it in either way you want, but you're just gonna push it in like in there carefully. You want to line it up. It's a tight little squeeze, I'll say that, and it doesn't go all the way in. Be putting it this way because the little jets are sticking out the back. But there you go. That's the Quinjet inside the little helipad. Now we'll move on to, I guess, looking at the actual tower, which you can see it's huge. So here we have the Avengers Tower, and if you've all seen other reviews. I know. But this thing is ginormous. Very, very big. So big, it goes past one of my vintage collection rows, all the way up there to the second row, basically almost the third row. It's it's huge, and I really love the set. It's such a great set, in my opinion. I like the design. I like how tall it is. It definitely surpassed the level of height I thought it would be. I mean, I knew it was going to be 3 feet, but for me, I have to have it in person or have a good idea how big something is. And yeah, I just like the design of the tower. So I zoomed in actually. So I zoomed out as far as I can there, and still, it's just still out of frame by a little bit. Now if I come over here, you're gonna kind of see me here for a second. I turn it around here, and you're just gonna see just a bit of design. So we got some kind of cool like line countings up here to make the curvature of the tower right here. We get the A, of course, right there, which we'll take a closer look at in a moment. I may not get all the details. It's just more, this portion of review is more of now my just overall thoughts and just kind of what I see here from the tower. Get the back portions of the tower, and you do get like almost another A back up here. Although my friend Sam and I says it looks more like a star. Just, I don't know, that's what I saw. And of course, turning around here again, it's gonna be the same design. You do get a little bird on by this A. Let's see, where is it? Here's the A. We get a little bird right there. So that's pretty cool. I'm not quite sure if it's in shot. And moving it this way, try not to break it because we don't want that. We get a look at kind of like the helipad right here, and we get a look at the roof right here, and then the slope going upwards, which may be out of frame also. This portion of the build was hard to connect. My friend Sam built basically all of this. I was there for moral support, and I did some parts of myself. Like I did all the windows. There are a bunch of windows. I like the windows, so I didn't mind that. But I helped when I could. But just huge shout out to him for helping me. Thank you, Sam. I'm sure you're watching this. You're thank you. And so, but yeah, moving onwards with this. I really like the design here. Of course, in this area where the Quinjet will go, we got the little bar area. And we now bring it back to the front or the side of the tower. And so yeah, these little street level things down here, I'm not quite sure if it's in shot. Trash can, the garbage can in the back do come off quite a bit. I want to be careful there. The street lamp doesn't come off that hard, so I'm kind of happy about that. But yeah, let's see how I did back over here. And so, yeah, that's the tower. Now let's zoom in for some smaller details. We got the Avenger A right there, and you finish this off in bag 38. You finish both A's. You get this white little disc behind it. You get the A logo right there, and it looks pretty cool. I like how it turned out. It's gonna be the same design on the other side, I believe, but you have that little bird right here. So I like how that turned out. It's pretty cool. We got the same white disc behind it, the blue A, and yeah, I didn't know. I'm not quite sure in the movies if it has another A on the other side, but I'm happy it does because then you can have this on either side of the building. So you do get this roof right here, which comes off like so. Just made up some windows, which I really like. It's kind of like a skylight, and you're able to kind of get your hand in there for the Quinjet. It's not in there currently. And then up here, you kind of just lift that up to get to the upper level, and then you just kind of have to pull on this. So if I move the camera a bit, okay, I had to zoom out. The camera's not gonna go up any further. So in order to do this, you just kind of lift that up like so, and there goes the portal. And I was told you just kind of push inwards on that, And you lift that up, and you want to kind of push this together to make sure that stays in place. And that's how you're able to get inside those levels. So I guess since we're here, we might as well take a look at the top levels right here. In this segment right here, we kind of just get like a little storage unit, I guess, up here. And you get like this little concrete area. There's a sticker over here somewhere that has like the imprint of Loki. So that was kind of funny. I like that in the build. Moving up higher, I think we can go higher. There we go. We got this level right here, which has, we just took a look at the level, it's this level right here. We get a look at Loki's scepter, and I think we got a little computer up there. You can only get one minifigure in that little spot, and we have a little balcony right here, so that's pretty cool. And on tippy top is where the portal goes. Just shut that up like that. We got some little antennas, and we get the little part of the portal, but let me grab the other half real quick. Okay, so we're going to attach the portal up there. Just gonna peg it in like that, and there we go. We got the portal back on, and I like how that design turned out. Pretty cool. And of course you get the antennas right there. So that's like a little top area right here. It was a pretty simple build, almost like a junior set when we were building it. And so if I zoom out again, I can kind of show you the process of putting that panel back. So we're just gonna take this panel real quick, and we're gonna try to line it up. Lift these little slope pieces down here. Just lift that up real quick. Hopefully that doesn't fall. So what we're going to do is we're just going to want to line it up like that. Kind of line it up with that bottom part right there and just kind of push it in. I think it's in like that. I think I did. Huh, that was easy. Okay, so then we just flip this back down like so. And there we go. We got the roof on for that portion to make up the slope. And then what we're going to want to do is just attach this piece on like so. And there we go. We got the top of the roof back. So that turned out really well. I like the sloping right there. And yeah, so now we got to take this off. And I guess we'll take a look at the inside of the tower. I thought I'd show that process real quick. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to pull on this. We're actually going to push that back so maybe you can see a bit better. We're just going to pull this forward. There we go, we got that off, and that gives us the interior of the tower, so let's take a look. So in this portion of the tower, we get these little chairs, which I guess is for seating and everything, and it's supposed to depict the lobby scene from Avengers Endgame, because if we move these chairs out right here, you can kind of see the Tesseract, I think, it's right, my hand's going to cover for a second, it's right there, it's all the way back there. So, it's really in there. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Not quite sure if that helps a bit, but yeah, you got the Tesseract just laying there. They're not very good at keeping things organized there. No wonder Loki escaped. We get some window designs in there. We get a little office desk right there, and then over there we get like a little soda machine and a little elevator. So I like the little room design in here, and of course this is where I guess Loki picked up the Tesseract, like I said. And you can have Alexander Pearson, a couple of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and Tony Stark down there trying to fight for the Tesseract. And yeah, so that finished off this floor. Let's take a look at the top floor. So when it comes to this floor, we got like a little lab, I think, back there in this area. Just got some more seats in there, and it's kind of hard to see with this little catwalk here. I think that's what it's called, but this is the glass walkway that Captain America felt Captain America. And then of course we got some little glass shards right here on the floor, and you get a little place to put Captain America to represent redo that scene from Avengers Endgame and whatnot. So we got that. And yeah, just kind of more windows. It's kind of hard to get back in that area, I will say. But it's pretty cool that they added this whole little segment here. I think it's kind of cool. Which now moves us to the next floor. Oh, and this one also has an elevator, but it's just all the way back there. You can't hardly see it. So yeah, but that moves us up to Tony Stark's lab. So on this floor, we get Iron Man's little suit up area, so you can put Iron Man right there. He can suit up. At first, I thought this was just a random claw, kind of like in the Avengers, but it's actually supposed to be Dumb-E, his little robot that pops up from every time to time again. Although I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home, and I wonder if he made it out the mansion, because remember, the condo kind of got destroyed by Goblin, and Dumb-E was in there, so hopefully he got out. Maybe we'll pop up again in Armor Wars if that comes out. But yeah, that's that little area. We got another little elevator back there. I think we got a little... We'll take him out because it's going to fall out in a minute. So I'm trying to think. We got a little wrench back there. Kind of hard to tell it's back there. And let's see, we got like a little workstation with a little Iron Man character. If I can flip the just knocking things down now. Right there, you can kind of see the little Iron Man guy right there. So it's like a nano figure for Ant-Man, but it's Iron Man. So we got that, and so yeah, we got all that. I think there's something else back there. We got like a little computer hologram back there, and some other stuff. So that's like an Iron Man's little, I guess, workshop area. Let's now move up to Loki's cell. So here we have Loki's cell. We're getting a bit too high now. We got the little cell area that you can put Loki in. You can open this kind of. I want to be careful because this does come out quite easily. Oh, now it doesn't want to open. Usually you can open this. Okay, there we go. Open like that. And you can put Loki in there, but it does come out easily. It's kind of hard to get back in there sometimes. We do get another elevator that's out of order, has a little sticker on it. A bunch of stickers, I'll say that. There's a bunch of stickers in here. And so, yeah, we got some other little stuff in there, I think. But it's hard to get in there with this on. And that kind of just finished up this floor. I'm just kind of going by from what I know here. So, let's now move up to, I guess, the little helipad area. So here we have the helipad area. I really like how it turned out. I like the shaping of it, the roundness, all the tiling. A lot of tiles in here also. I like the little pieces they use, these like little stick pieces that curve around to get the round shape of the helipad here. And if we move inside, I'm trying to see how we're going to do this. But inside is supposed to be the party room for the Avengers. So we're just going to keep going down. I think that's going to do. Up in here is supposed to be the little party room. It's very hard to see back there. I may not even be getting a shot. But you do have like a little runway for the Quinjet to go in. We get some couches. The scene where they're trying to lift Thor's hammer and a bar down there. So that's pretty cool. I thought this is where Tony gets thrown out the window, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it's very hard to see back there. If I turn the tower around here, you kind of get a better look at it. I actually take that back. You can't really see it, so it's kind of just buried in there. I can get my hand in there while messing with it, but it's really hard to get a look at the party room from Avengers Age of Ultron. But that just kind of finished up the scenes for the tower. I guess now we have to take a look at the lower level of the outside of the tower, and then I'll try something else. Well, here we get a look at a little trash can right here that kept falling off during the review. We get some little steps right here, get some tiles to do the sidewalk, get these little bumper things for like cars, kind of like you see at Walmart, so cars don't run into it. We get these doors right here. Where are the doors? Of course, now I can't find the doors. Oh, here, doors. We got doors right here, double doors, so you can open them up like that, close it up like that. We get a little lamp post right here. For once, it's not white. They usually do white for the modulars. I don't know if the Sanctum or the Daily Bugle has this like your normal lamp post. And we get a little Battle of New York memorial right here for all the Avengers. So I'm not quite sure how that's gonna come up, but we do get all the names on that brick right there. So I really like how that turned out there. And so yeah, that's a look at the front of the tower. I guess now we'll take a look at the back of the tower as I try to put that back on. Back here, we get some more little tiling for the sidewalk here, and we get a little dumpster with some things in it, and we get another little door right here that you can open like so. There you go. And that concludes our look at the tower. So let me get some minifigures inside here. I'll give you a little look at what it looks like in a few moments. First floor, we have Alexander Pierce and two SHIELD agents kind of walking toward the Tesseract. And then, I don't know, you can see it, but back there is Ant-Man. He's on one of those little studs back there. You may be able to see him, but maybe not. Actually, I think you can just barely make him out right there in the window, right there, his head. And then over here, we have Tony Stark exiting the building with the briefcase. On this level, we got Dr. Cho back there, just kind of, I guess, working on some stuff. And above here, we got the two Captain Americas going at each other. Those took a while to get in there, I would say that, but you are able to get them in there. Got the 2023 one, technically, because that's the year it was, and then we got the 2012 one right here. So, yeah, that's this floor. And then up here, we got Pepper Potts right there. We got Tony Stark about to armor up with Dummy at his service right there. So it's just he's not supposed to be in this area because it's supposed to be up there, but I thought I'd put him here. But yeah, that's this third floor. On this floor, we got Loki in the little cylinder case, and we got Black Widow, I guess, talking to him like she did in the movie. So that's this floor. On the helipad, we got Thor going after Ultron, or I guess Ultron about to surprise Thor right there. And then above this, we have right there Hawkeye. He's about to do his jump off the building just like in the movie. So we got that right there. Then probably my favorite conflict on this tower is when Tony goes up to um, Dr. Selvig. I think that's his name. I'm blanking all of a sudden. And like before the Battle of New York, we got him up there in the Mark 7 suit. Technically, he's not in there. I just have the Mark 7 suit up there. And we got Dr. Selvig right there. Preparing the portal for the Detroit to come in. So yeah, that's a look at the tower. Let me put the glass panel back on. We'll take a look at my final thoughts here. Okay, so the tower is all complete. We got all the different minifigures on here. I actually have everyone outside. It's very crowded out here. Just kind of go through what I have down here. So some of the characters are where they're supposed to be, I think, but some of them may just be thrown in there. Kind of like down here on the street level, we got Hulk and S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Alexander Pierce, Iron Man, T'Challa, and then Thor, and then Leviathan coming around the corner. We get a look at Loki and the T'Challa chariot and everything. Loki, it's a bit hard to get him in there. It's not the greatest, and I just kind of have him sitting in there. We got that, and of course over here on this side of the tower we got Tony Stark and his armor falling down towards him, which I really like how that turned out. And maybe I can't get Tony Stark in the exact position he is on box, but it's there. And then moving upwards, we kind of have just a whole bunch of stuff. We got Wong, we got Black Widow, we got just all sorts of characters kind of all over the place. Everything's just very crowded. I will say down here on this side, I had no more room, so Captain America's are back there fighting it out in the alleyway, you know, just like in the Captain America movie. But we got all of that. And on the helipad, we got a bunch of stuff. We got T'Challa, Vision, Ultron, Wanda. It's a huge battle right there. And we got the Quinjet in there. And moving upwards on this side, we got to look at War Machine, and then we got Falcon kind of just flying around. I really like how Falcon turned out. And then up there we got Iron Man and Dr. Selvig working the machine just like in the movie. And then down here we got Pepper Potts and Nick Fury just kind of protecting her and everything. I guess they're talking. Maybe he's handing over the little files for the Avengers. And yeah, that's a lot of stuff there. Wasp is somewhere around here. I think she's by Hawkeye. Hawkeye is falling off the balcony just like in the movie. I like how that turned out. Probably Tony and his armor, and then Hawkeye's jumping off the balcony is my favorite portions. It's kind of silly, I know, but I like how those turned out. And then getting, like I said, Loki and the chariot. It's very hard to get him in there. And then but yeah, but those were. It took a lot more work putting these in than I thought it would. I had some help from my parents. So yeah, I had to look at the tower, and I really like how it turned out. I'm probably just going to display it with the 2012 events, given that's what this tower is kind of mainly based off for me. Even though it's the Avengers Tower, it's not Stark Tower. But yeah, keep an eye out for part 2 of minifigures. That I actually edited that before I did all this, and that took up 22 minutes. I can make this a 40-minute video, but I don't know if I just feel like I should split that up and everything. So we'll do minifigures in the next video. But let me know what you think of this tower. Do you like it? Did you buy it on Black Friday? It took between 2 weeks between 4 different people, just kind of going off on. So yeah, that's how long it took to get this build. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. It's probably my favorite Marvel set of all time. And so yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.